live. I want her to breathe. I want her to aerobicize.
She's alive! Alive!
If you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything.
What would you little maniacs like to do first?
It's all in the name of science.
Today, a Eureka moment is nearly synonymous with a flash of insight and discovery. But where did it come from? The story goes, a young Greek polymath famed for his intellectual zeal was approached by the local ruler to help determine if he had been swindled. The ruler suspected a goldsmith of replacing gold with a less precious metal within a golden laurel wreath. Grinding up the wreath crown dedicated to the gods to melt and measure its metals might have been the most straightforward approach in 250 BCE, but would not have appeased the gods or the tyrant ruler. Thinking through this challenge, the young polymath realized that he could calculate the volume of an object by measuring the amount of water it displaced, and was able to calculate the volume of this irregularly shaped crown. By weighing the same object, he could calculate its density, and then know if the gold had been substituted with less precious alloys. This apocryphal tale of Archimedes tells of his sudden realization of this elegant solution while at a public bathhouse, where he suddenly jumped out of the water and exclaimed, "Eureka! Eureka! I have found it!" and ran home naked through the streets in delight. Or did he? Archimedes never wrote about this event, and his first written record is nearly 200 years after its purported occurrence. While the logic and theory of this strategy to measure the density of an object is sound, the level of sophistication and accuracy required to measure the difference in pure gold versus gold inlaid with silver are far beyond what most scholars think was available at that time in history. Instead, historians have concluded that if Archimedes solved the problem of the golden wreath, he likely used a slightly nuanced method to do so, namely by applying a principle in hydrostatics known as, appropriately, the Archimedes principle. Regardless of the veracity of the story, two things are certain. 1. Archimedes made several important contributions to math, physics, engineering, and astronomy. 2. Eureka, dropping the silent H in a transliteration from Greek, is widely used as an interjection to celebrate discovery or invention. Despite the absence of verified sources for the Eureka anecdote, its popularity has not diminished over the centuries. The earliest recorded use of Eureka as an interjection was in 1600, with a strong uptick in its use in the mid-19th century. So, what can we learn from Archimedes and his famous bath? Studies on creativity, discovery, innovation, and idea generation have all landed on the importance of cognitive downtime. Anecdotes from people jogging, showering, sleeping, or doing anything other than focusing on the creative task at hand have been associated with flashes of insight. So then Archimedes' tale begs the questions: what makes somebody creative? Is it learned or taught? Can you teach creativity? And what is it about being wet in the ancient bath or modern shower that leads to Eureka moments? Join me on an exploration of creativity as we hear stories from some of the world's best scientists describing their own Eureka moments and learn about the role creativity plays in their own work. You've found Eureka.